Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Steph. I'm trying a new hairstyle today and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like this whole bubble braid is going around recently. I don't know if I pull it off or not. But we're just going to move on from that. Today I am talking about my July TBR. I haven't done a TBR video just yet because honestly I have a hard time sticking to a set list of books that I want to read. I'm normally just kind of like a mood reader. I'll pick up when I'm really into reading at the moment, but this month I wanted to see if I can set myself a goal list of books that I want to read and see if I actually complete that list. Now I guess we'll figure that out at the end of the month when I do my wrap up. This will be sort of a thing where I can check off on my list as I'm going through my wrap up of books that I did actually read from this video. So I'm excited to see if I'm able to follow this or not. But I'm also not setting myself a very strict rule to read every single book. This is just things that I would love to read. I've got a few physical books here and then some that I actually have coming in a haul very soon that I have a list of that I want to read. So it's 10 books in total, I believe. So yeah, let's get right into this video and talk about all of the books that I want to read in July. Okay, so the first book that I have here is a book that me and my sister actually both bought. I did show this in a recent haul video from Book Outlet, and that is Meet Me at Midnight by Jessica Pennington. It is a very summer read, and that is definitely why I picked it up. I'm pretty sure it's just like a second chance kind of romance, I believe. Okay, maybe it's not second chance. I obviously haven't read this, as you can tell, but it is basically a romance about two people who I believe go to a summer on the lake together, and they prank each other, I believe. I've seen this quite a lot recently for summer videos, and I just really wanted to check it out for myself and see if I'd like it. So me and my sister will be reading this together, so I'm not sure how soon in July I'll get to this book, but we definitely want to read it this month. A couple books I've just pulled off my shelf that I really want to read that I've had probably for a little while. You would have seen this in one of my very first hauls on this channel. Intimacy Experiment by Rosie Danan. And I'm not really too sure exactly what this is about, but it sounded really good when I read the back online, so I ordered it and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's been sitting on my shelf, and you know what, I was looking through all of my books, scaling the shelves, and I said to myself, I think I really want to read that one this month. I'm gonna try it out and hopefully I'll get to it. The next two books I'm going to talk about were from the very first Book Outlet haul I've ever done, and it's not actually on this channel, it's just before I started making a booktube channel, but that is The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. I picked this up because I was really into reading Christina Lauren's books. I've read a few of them and I've really enjoyed them. I don't know, this cover just was so pretty, and I don't remember exactly what it is about, but I remember reading the synopsis on it online and was like, I really am interested in that book. And it's just been sitting on my shelf, honestly, for probably about a year now, and I haven't picked it up. I've just accumulated so many different books and I've put this one on the back burner, but I definitely want to get to it this month. The next book that I have was actually sitting right beside that one on the shelf, and that is The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. I have quite a few of Jasmine Guillory's books and I haven't read any of them. I'm not sure why I continue to order books by this author when I have not even given one a chance. I don't know if I like her writing style, but a lot of people have said that she is a really great author and that it's one of the authors that when she comes out with a new book, they automatically buy it. I think I'm gonna love this book and a lot of the other books that I picked up by this author, but I have yet to read any of them, so I definitely want to start it with this one here because it's the oldest one on my shelf. I got it in the same haul as The Honey Don't List, and I really want to pick it up this month. And it still has a Target sticker on it because Book Outlet leaves stickers on the books. I really need to do a run through of my shelves and take all of the stickers off of books because I hate the way it looks, but I end up just sitting them on my shelf for some reason after I haul them and not take the stickers off. But besides that, the next book that I want to talk about, which I actually feature quite a lot in my videos, but I have yet to read, and I haven't said I read it, but I do really want to get to it, so that way when I am recommending it, I know for sure that it's a book that I really want to recommend. I've just seen it really hyped up on, and when you Google books for certain tropes, a lot of the times this book does come up, and that is The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai. I actually just recently, in one of my recent hauls, picked up the second book in this series. There's like, I think it's like a 3-part series, and I don't know if this is the first book or not, but I do own 2 books in this series. I own this one, and then I own The Singles Table, which is up here. I want to read this one first because, I don't know, I just love the cover of this, like I've said in many videos, and I've heard great things about it. I'm pretty sure it is fake dating, and that is one of my favorite tropes, and that's obviously why I picked up this book, but I definitely want to get to it this month. The next book I'm going to talk about is Colleen Hoover, and last month I didn't read anything Colleen Hoover, so I definitely want to read something by her this month since she's my favorite author. There is only 2 books that I currently own by Colleen Hoover that I have yet to read, and I think I own like 13 of her books, and this is one of them, All Your Perfects. I hauled this on my channel again on another video, and I was, like I said in that video, I was waiting for Indigo to release the new cover for this book, so I did order it, and I just haven't read it yet. My sister had read it and said that it was pretty sad, and it wasn't one of her favorite Colleen Hoover books, and a lot of people say that this is their favorite, so I'm interested to see what I think about it. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet, but I am really excited to get to it. I do know that this is about a marriage that is kind of going through a rough patch, and it bounces back and forth between past and present of when they were falling in love, and now when you see, you know, their marriage going downhill, and basically you're rooting for them to have their happy ending. You see how much they were in love with each other in the past chapters when they were younger, and you just want things to work out. So I think I'm gonna love this one, and Colleen Hoover always has amazing twists in her books, and any book that I've read by Colleen Hoover always has a happy ending. So that is not what's making me not want to read this. It's just I haven't had a chance to pick it up yet, I guess, and there's been other books that I've picked up before this one, but I definitely want to get to this one this month. The next book I'm going to talk about, I'm actually currently reading, and I'm only like 50 pages in, and I've already cried like a couple times, like not like sobbed or anything, but I have cried a few times, and that is Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. And this, I just want to show you my bookmark because I might as well show you something cute when I'm talking about a sad book. It says romance reader on it. I made this myself and I absolutely love it, so I just have that as a marker for my book. To give you a little bit of a description on this book, since I have started reading it, I'm just going to tell you the gist of the book and not what I've read so far because I don't want to spoil anything, but basically what it says on the back is that it is about this woman who has a terminal illness and she passes away, and her husband is going through this really grieving process, and she writes him letters throughout the first year of her passing for him to read and do something each month to get him out of the house, to get him to do other things rather than just sit around and mope, and just to help him through the grieving process. And I mean, it's such a sad book, and I don't know why I chose to read this one after I read another really sad book, which I will talk about in my July wrap-up video, but reading 2 sad ones back to back is not a good idea. I just feel so emotional when I'm reading lately. I think I might put this one down and pick up something else and then come back to it after I've read like a happy story, because this is just like so sad, and I knew that going into it. But yeah, so far I am really enjoying it. Definitely can't recommend it yet, but I've seen a lot of 5-star reviews on this one, so I definitely want to finish this one this month. Now I'm going to talk about 3 books that, like I said, I have ordered on paperback. They just haven't arrived yet, and I definitely want to get to them. They'll probably be within like the next week or 2 that I read these and get to hopefully some of these paperbacks first. Okay, so the next book that I really want to read is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. I don't believe this is a romance. I believe this book has a lot of trigger warnings, and it deals with the topic of sexual assault. It's not something I typically read, but I've heard some really good things about this book, and it's definitely a book that I want to read soon. Don't know how quickly I'll read that one, as I feel like it's going to be a very emotional book, and I've read 2 emotional books so far this month. And so the next book that I also want to read that I have coming is Fight or Flight by Samantha Young, and this just sounds like a really funny kind of rom-com. It's obviously set on an airplane, and from what I remember from the synopsis when I was looking at it online, it deals with our 2 main characters. They meet on an airplane, don't really get along that well, they're kind of enemies, but they don't really know each other, and they end up having a one-night stand, and then he kind of shows up in her small town, and they knocks on her door, and she was like, I thought I'd never see this guy again. And now she's like, do I have feelings for him? Do I not? I think that's kind of how it goes. Don't quote me on that. But that's kind of what I remember from the synopsis. And then another book that I really want to get to is The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. I actually have that one also coming in the mail from Book Outlet. I was so excited to see that on there, and you'll see that in a new haul coming soon. The last haul that I did, I got The Bride Test, also in that same series, and I do want to get to that one, but The Heart Principle is one that I haven't seen a whole lot about. I've more seen a lot about The Bride Test and The Kiss Quotient, and so I definitely want to get to The Heart Principle, and it absolutely has a really pretty cover. So yeah, those are all the 10 books that I would like to get to this month, and I definitely could have added more. That would have been very daunting for me, because I don't know if I'm even gonna follow this, but honestly, a lot of people I've seen these TBR videos from, they maybe read like 1 or 2, if that, from this list. I'm hoping that I'm going to get to quite a few of them on the list, but like I said, this is what I would like to read, and if you are planning to read any of these this month, or you have read them, let me know and what your thoughts are down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a lovely day, and happy reading. Bye.